When my daughter entered high school, I was one of those moms who were absolutely committed to being part of her high school experience. Now, I didn't have a wonderful experience in high school, but I was certainly not going to prevent my precious child from having an amazing high school experience. So what did I do? Oh, I signed up for all those things that teenagers dread. I went to her school dance. I was this mom and that mom, volleyball mom and student government mom. See, my daughter had the experience of actually being part of student government. I so loved that because when I was in high school, I wanted to be in leadership so badly. But I was denied the popular vote. You know how that is. The Electoral College did not accept me. But they accepted my daughter, and I loved that. And then came the disappointment. My daughter was president of her class freshman year. I had these wonderful expectations of what that meant. I thought she was going to do speeches and lead her class to ultimate greatness. That's what I thought. Unfortunately, what happened was she was dance committee chair. Something that I thought did not particularly sit in the position of class president, but more was an activity director kind of thing. So I became very disgruntled with the process. But she remained in student government freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. Finally, through a lot of conversations with the student government advisor, the teacher, we finally came around to there is no real program to teach personal development and leadership to our kids in a very succinct manner. So I thought, for me, I wanted my child to have the ultimate experience. Now, high school was great. She enjoyed her sports, and she enjoyed the whole experience. But for me and for her, in our conversations late at night, she said, I don't know what it means to lead a group. And so we'd have those conversations because me as an entrepreneur, I talked to groups all the time. I was part of several groups that talked about leadership, that read leadership books, and shared our ideas on being a leader and developing yourself so you could be a better and better leader. And that leaders don't always lead from the front, they lead from behind. And so it was through our conversations that really led me to what we were all about as leaders. So for me, my business came about because I wanted to have my daughter and her peer group experience the process that we adults in our 30s and 40s and beyond had to pick up and figure out. I didn't want my daughter to wait 2-3 decades to learn personal development and leadership skills. So I wanted to make sure she started reading those books. And then I realized, wait a minute, not only does my child need this, every child in that particular class, student government class, needed this. But the teachers are overworked and underpaid, and there was no curriculum to be found. So what do? I am creating, through Ignite Leadership Academy, a leadership and personal development program for middle school through high school with a partnership program for their parents. Why? Because if our future leader does not have support at home, they could only go so far. They hit that ceiling so much sooner than when they have the support of their parents at home supporting that curriculum. So who am I looking for? Obviously, students who are willing to take the gauntlet of learning personal development and leadership as their own. Schools who are open to the idea of having a program that develops true leadership in young people. Maybe a city who's interested in forwarding the concept that they can be a city known for their young people who actually lead, who are ready to take on the future as true leaders. That's who I'm looking for. People who are looking at the next generation, not just hoping and praying that they'll be ready to lead, ready to make decisions in our communities, ready to make decisions up to the White House. Not hoping and praying, knowing and teaching is my goal. And that's who I look for, people who want to know and teach our future. Thank you.
I liked that you started with a story because we were all with you. You know, you explained that very well. The whole purpose of your company was your daughter. She's your driving force. And at the beginning, you had me intrigued because I'm thinking, I'm looking, going, my client, my ideal client. And I thought, okay, how's this going to tie in to where it goes? But by the time you finished and you explained what it is that you do, it was very clear that your ideal client was the parents and the students and cities and schools. And it was like, wow. So it started with this daughter, and here's this like big picture. So I thought that that was really good. It had very good emotional appeal because many of us have children, so we could identify with, like you said, I want my kid in that program right away. Very well organized. I felt that you had written, it was well thought out. I could follow that easily. Very sincere, especially the emotional with your daughter. And persuasive, absolutely. Very persuasive. That's it. It's good.
All right. Well, we're talking about Jane. Fantastic speaker, and I've always enjoyed hearing her speak. And there again, I mean, personal growth is something that's big in my life, and the way that she brought it across is it was definitely well organized. And I've been trying to pass it along to my children to the extent that they didn't have it in their own lives. And it's true, the children that we have aren't that way. So the presentation was very well organized. And basically I agree with Julie. I mean, when she first started, I'm saying, okay, where's this going with the ideal customer and that type of thing, and the way that she climaxed it and got it totally to the end on how she did that was fantastic. And that goes to the presentation and the way the question was asked is she definitely covered it. And the education, like it was said, is that basically that all our kids need that. And so that brought in the whole emotional thing, that we all have children. We want that to be that way. Just to give a little quick story on what I did, is that I bought a book for the three of us, my two children and myself, at Christmas, and we have been sharing that book so that we have something to talk about our personal growth. And so it was something that I've done. The speech persuasive, I want to sign up. Because that's where I am. You know, I didn't have the personal growth when I was young, so it's going to be a fantastic thing. I've talked about it. It's basically an entrepreneur mind is something that I'm new at, and David's helped me with that. And, you know, it's just, so it was definitely covered, and it's something that our kids have. And that's it.
Thank you.